we're fans of the show. This really grew out of a love of Scooby-Doo, and you want it to have that aspect of it that is a love letter to the fans that respects the original and all the continuing versions. I just watched Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo, and it's fantastic, and I love that both these shows can exist in the Scooby-verse.
Charlie Grandy, that is a lie and you know it. We all know that the Velma Project is the opposite of a love letter to Scooby-Doo. Velma Keeling is mean and hateful to everyone who is not her or her mom. Elizabeth Banks may be just as bad with Pebbles Flintstone in Bedrock, when Early Man and the Croods, A New Age, were much better at making fun of cultural shifts with the end of the Stone Age.
Each character, though, we've updated them in some way, changed them in some ways to really try to be respectful to the original and not veer too far from the original.
And yet you and Daphne used to be best friends, isn't that right?
Yeah, until Daphne got hot and ditched me to hang out with Brenda and the other popular girls at Spooner's Malt Shop. I could kill them all. Okay, I see how this looks bad.
The Velma Dinkley I know and love would never make these death threats against anyone. Every main character veers too far from their original personality in this show. I dare you to tell me one way in which you think Velma is respectful to... One way in which you think your own Velma series is respectful to Joe Ruby's grave, Ken Spears' grave, and the original Scooby-Doo. I can assure you it is not. The Velma Project is an STD on the entire Scooby-Doo brand. Like how Star Trek Discovery, hence its initials, is an STD to the Star Trek brand and Gene Roddenberry's grave.
Honestly, I think that we really revere the characters from the original, and we think, we've really used a lot of their most the pillars of their personalities and just tried to explore that in a super respectful and affectionate way.
Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong. The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning.
The war against Charlie Grandy's and Mindy Kaling's lies. They want us to like Velma Dinkley because she is an underdog to Daphne and Gigi, but Velma's so heartless, selfish, hateful, and cruel, mean-spirited, and such a condescending bully to everyone else that Daphne and Gigi come off as sympathetic by comparison. When they're smart enough to call Velma out on being a judgmental jerk to everybody, it is easier for me to care a lot more about Daphne learning to be less insecure and less vulnerable about her feelings, and to muster up the courage and bravery to find her birth parents, and easier for me to care more about Gigi learning to not be defined by her looks and become the lady Shaggy deserves better than Velma, then how easy or how much harder it is for me to care about Velma Dinkley looking for her lost mother and trying to help her and trying to cure her amnesia. Mindy Kaling found a miraculous way to make us hate the underdog more than the pretty and popular girls to whom she is the underdog, which I know is an ironic figure of speech because there is no Scooby-Doo dog in this Velma series. Charlie Grandy and Mindy Kaling are nothing but a pair of bad mittens. That's your cue, Coach Steve from Big Mouth.
I spit truth without a filter, like every comedian before #MeToo.
No, I just made 2 new friends. I don't need you anymore, Badminton.
Voted most revengey in the school yearbook. I know. Oh, those yearbook guys have no idea what's coming to them.
Oh, you don't like spoilers? Well, let me explain this to you. I'm not a good mitten. I'm a bad mitten.